Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the official Minecraft Survival Series. Look at the big text here. This big logo you see there, that's the old but new Minecraft logo. It was originally just a stone logo, now it is this. Look at the version up here, it says beta 1.401. This is splash text that says, give us Gordon. Gordon Ramsay, maybe. Let's just continue our world because we're just gonna start head on. Cause I first want to apologize for not uploading anything. There's like a lot of things that was happening, especially something got to do with the new additions adding into the game, which I want to talk about in more detail since now that we are in this version and while we're just gonna do a little bit of building. Now before we just get into the new content thing, I want to do some changes to this area. So if I just get on top of over here, I want to do some changes to this particular area. Because I originally thought that I could just set up a base here or some underground village or something. But the area here is slightly less congested. I mean, if you just put a... They still have the old oof sound. If you still have this house here and that house there, I'm probably thinking of moving this house. I'm thinking, but I may actually do that later because no, please, no, not near my stuff. Hell no. Boy, they're so quiet. I didn't even hear them coming up to me. Anyways, because I have this house right here, which I was thinking of moving these stuff in here, but we have the big house already made in the previous 2 episodes. I was also saying that we should like go out to get ourselves some new block stuff, but before we get the new block stuff, this guy never gives up. Yeah, he just gives up. Poor old creeper. I gotta do some changes to this area because I was planning on getting some clay to make our lighthouse in this area, but that probably may come later because what we need to do is set up a farm. I don't have a single farm. I only got some sugarcane, but that's like the only thing I have. Just the sugarcane. There's nothing else that I already have made. I haven't even made a sheep farm, to be honest. I'm actually saying so calmly while I'm being outrun by 2 creepers behind me. I'm not scared or anything. Well, I'm kind of scared of not losing my health because I'm just falling over. But like I said, there's like some things that we gotta do, like make a lighthouse here, but that actually requires us to get us some clay. But that is gonna come later because the first thing that we gotta do is to do something about this entire area over there because that needs to change. I gotta move some stuff. I probably need to put all these trees over there instead of just being in here because I sort of prefer to be in here because like there's nothing here at all. But I gotta do something about this area. If you guys may actually remember, scroll down a little bit. If you remember this area here, I said that I'll be turning this into a balcony or a porch. I didn't do that. The reason why is because they didn't add shears in the game, which I looked up on the actual update changelog. They're adding shears later on, which means that shears are not coming unless we get the option to not punch sheep to get wool. That is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the shears to be added so we can get rid of the leaves and make our porch. So that is the first thing that we gotta do, which unfortunately, since shears are not added, we'll probably need to punch the leaves with our bare hands. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And the F1, I can't even go into third person mode, this is weird. Anyways, we'll probably have to clear it up. We have to make these trees look like it's been affected by Herobrine, which I know everyone's gonna say that, why do you want to make this just remove the leaves? Why do you want to remove the leaves? Well, the reason why is because I don't want to remove the wood logs because I want them to be... Where's these creepers coming from? What is going on here? I just I just alerted up the world and they're like creepers spawning everywhere. What's going on? I'm gonna try and get on top of this tree. Maybe not. Can't do that. Okay. There's like gotta be something that's creating these creeper spawnings. Because there's no way creepers can just spawn out of nowhere. There's no way. Yeah, there's creepers just gave up. Whatever. So the point is, we gotta do something about this area. We need to clear up the leaves. And because they'll actually be posts, they'll be like supporting beams for the porch. That is the reason why I want to keep the logs there but remove the leaves. Because I want those logs to be natural tree logs. That the only thing that we did change is just remove the leaves and replace them with a wooden beam overhead. Just a wooden plank. That's all I want. So we have fences. It's just, yeah, if you just come across to this area, what is the first thing that you gotta say? I mean, I just don't want to say that we just put a wall. I'm just saying like I just put a little overhead plank, if you know what I mean. It's just one of those, you know, if you just climb up a mountain and there's like a mountain view edge that when you just are on top of the mountain you could see the entire view. Just that landing deck. I wanna create that. So here's what we're gonna do. We'll probably put our stuff back in the chests. Hopefully there are no creepers. So that's the first thing that we're gonna do. The first thing that we gotta do is do something about this area here. Remove all the leaves as much as possible so that these things have no leaves, which means, oh my god, it's Herobrine. But also make it enough so that we can actually use it to create the landing deck. That's what we want. That's number one. Number two is create a farm. Because look at these. I got seeds. I got sugarcane. Yet I didn't even make a farm. Creepy. Yeah, I didn't make a farm, which is really weird. I didn't even start making the farm, which is also weird. So here's the thing. I decided that over a couple of days, I will be moving these trees off the area until I get a farm done. And I didn't even make a farm. So what I'm gonna do is first make the farm, because once I make the farm, then I can decide whether I want to keep the landing deck or not. Or I could do both. Maybe I could do both. Maybe what I could do, get a hoe, till off this entire area here to get more seeds, then plant the seeds in somewhere around here. See, this is the reason why I was thinking that I should move this house, because I could just use this little patch of land as a guard, as a maybe not a house. Maybe what I could do, I could plant the seeds here, because this area is not being used as of yet. Like, there's some areas which have been torched up, but not all the areas. Meaning, what I could do is put the torch there. What I could do is I could just turn this little section of land here or here and make it into a farm. It'll just be an underground farm. It'll be pretty cool. Or I could just do terrace farming, which is actually a thing, where you do farming on the slopes of the hill. I think it exists in some countries. They do, whether there's like those high steep edges. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the farm right here in this area right here. We're gonna set the farm. We're gonna put the sugarcane too. We're probably gonna take this down because we don't have fence gates yet. Can I lead chickens with the seeds? No, you can't. See, this is the reason why I didn't use this area, because it's just. Maybe I could turn this into a farm, because this area, I don't need the fences. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get rid of these fences. Oh my god, my voice is gonna be hoarse. We're gonna remove these fences here, so that I think they break fast with the sword. I just heard that from a friend who's been playing this thing. Anyways, we're gonna remove these fences, and boy, they look very big compared to what they normally look like when you drop them. Anyways, we are gonna break these fences. Bye bye. Bye bye. We're gonna break these fences. And then this entire patch of land will be dirt. Just dirt. We'll till the land. We'll put the water in an area because I got the water in the bucket, put in it there. We'll put the sugarcane probably around the hole. Or I could just scatter the water around in some areas. Like one of the holes will have water, some of them will not have water. I could just like create a little O around the water hole. Or just make a 2x2 hole of water and then like put sugarcane and seeds together. But anyways, we're gonna do that first before we get to the landing deck. Because that's the #1 thing we gotta do. We must have a wheat farm because the cooked pork ain't enough. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a hoe, a stone hoe to be exact. There we go. Put the sticks. Bam. Put the spade away because we don't need spade right now. Put these things. We'll just put the wool there. We'll go. We need the water, which is in the bucket. So let's go there. There's no sprint added yet. I'm just waiting for that sprint update to be adding in pretty quick. I'm hearing weird sounds. Ah! No, that's not a weird sound. That's a zombie sound. Yeah, that was a zombie sound, I think. Pretty sure that's a zombie sound. Why am I saying it? I think. I just know. I just know it's a zombie sound. So, because I know what a zombie is, and that is an actual classic sound that's never been used. I don't think they ever changed the zombie sound. The only thing they changed is probably the walking sounds of the zombie. But as far as I know, I don't think they changed anything about zombie. There are some mobs that don't have their sounds changed. Like the pig just has the same sound. I think the skeleton has some of the sounds. Like I think the herd sounds are a little bit different. Yeah, you missed. How do you feel about that? Oh god. Oh yes. Yes it is. Oh god. Yeah, you know what? I think I probably need to skip the night. That's a lot of skeletons. Stop saying I'm a noob. I ain't a noob. Yeah, that skeleton's dumb. He just missed me. There's that zombie. That skeleton is down there, I think. Look at this. How do I sleep when this arrow is just right there? It's bad. Anyways. We're gonna till the land. Look at this dumb skeleton. Look at this dumb skeleton. There we go. Look at all these arrows. What a mess. Anyways, like I was saying, there are like some mobs that don't have their sounds changed. I think the one thing that's never changed is the zombie, for example. But I believe... God, why did I do that? But I believe the other sound that they didn't change was probably... I believe they never changed this pig sounds. I think they never changed the creeper sounds. The only thing they changed to the creeper sounds is the step sounds, because they only use whatever block they're walking on. Or they never changed the hertz sounds. The hertz sounds never changed. I believe the hertz sounds of the creeper was changed, not the other way around. Because the old creeper hertz sounds are vaguely different compared to the new sounds. I believe. I'm gonna need water. It's gonna be a very long day. A very long day. Probably a long video if there's gonna be more editing to this video. I'm gonna make a big patch of land that has all the dirt on it. I believe they already added... I think the thing already added grass. Or, not grass, short grass. Because you break the grass to get yourself seeds. So, I think they probably added seeds already. Alright. I'm gonna grab those sugarcane and then put them in there. I think I may have more seeds. I'm gonna just see. Or maybe they're quite rare. Let me just check. No, they're probably added grass. I'm not able to get seeds from those. I could use the hoe. I could just use the hoe to till the leaves off. Because they didn't add the shears, I could just use this instead. Apologies. This is the reason why I don't talk too much. Otherwise this happens. Should I put the cactus? Ooh, hold on. Should I put the cactus down and have a cactus farm? Let's get a block of sand and then see, because I believe you can farm cacti in the game. Or, you can, I believe you can farm cactus. The only, oh god, the only issue here is that I think it requires some light level to do it. But I'm gonna see. I'm gonna go and see if it does require. If it does require, then we are good to go. But I'm gonna see. I'll just like try and put it in a separate patch, not close to water, just put it over here and see. Cacti here. Do I take damage? Does it delete blocks? Yes, it does. That factor has never changed. Yes, don't take damage. That's never changed. My armor's about to break. You can't place on dirt. Okay. So let me do a 2-corner, and then we'll see. Here we go. Will this break the cacti? I don't think so. Unless it's impossible. Right. So, sugarcane is like an air block. So, it is possible. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's go and till off the leaves with a hoe. I was gonna talk about the copper golem that is gonna be added soon, but I guess I can't talk too much. I can like talk with some pauses. It's not a sickness. It's just habit. Anyways, let's just get the leaves off. While we're tilling off the leaves, trust me guys, this dry throat thing, this never happens during stream. This never happens. Anyways, I want to talk about the copper golem, which they said they're going to be adding to Java. So here's the thing. I only heard about the copper golem when they released about the Warden and the allays. So during the live, I was hoping for the Warden and the Mangroves, but they also have the Mob Bow, which is the copper golem, the glare, and the allay. The allay won the mob vote. So here's the thing. When they released the note about the copper golem, like what are the functionalities of the copper golem, I like the fact that you can deoxidize a copper golem when it oxidizes. Like if it's an oxidized state, then it's not going to move, and when it is not oxidized, then it moves in a normal state. That's the only factor that I like. But the fact that it can function buttons, like only copper buttons, I mean, it would make no sense, because if you have copper buttons added in the game, what will the copper buttons do? Do they just power redstone like any other normal button? Or does it require certain copper blocks? And that's why, like, when the copper bows were added, I was thinking, maybe if the copper golem was voted, then the copper buttons could have been used for this. You know, there was an opportunity there. Now, about the glare. The glare, I mean, it's a mob that's scared of the dark, and when you feed some things, it will tell you which mobs are highlighted or something like that. And, like, it will show you some areas which is lighter or not dark, or something like that. That fact I like, but in a survival aspect, like, if the mob was added, where would it spawn? And would you be able to interact with that mob? Would it be friendly? I mean, if it is friendly, obviously it is friendly, it's a mob. But would it lead you to find diamonds? Would it actually lead you to find some interesting structure, like, you know, trial chambers or stronghold? I mean, Ender Eyes can lead you to stronghold, but like, what if the glare can or something? And now the allay. I like the allay because it can give you items, a specific item that it holds, and when you throw that specific item on the ground, it will pick it up and give it to you. I like that functionality, but the problem here is, even if you add these mobs into the game, how will it help for the survival aspect? Like, for most of the survival players, how are they going to access the features? Are they going to use those features? Or are they just going to say, oh, cool feature, never mind, I'm bored. That just feels useless. You know, that fact is there. So, now, when they said that the copper golem is going to be re-added again, but this time, instead of pushing buttons, it can now reorganize chests. That is way better than just a copper golem pushing just pushing buttons. And now here's the thing that I was thinking, right? You can summon the copper golem to obviously reorder your items, you know, reorganize your items. You have a lot of cobblestone that you have in your inventory, in your chest. You could just give it to the copper golem, and you can just put it in some chests. Now, when I say some chests, I don't mean it can put it in ender chests, because that will be first of all, OP, but quite impossible because the ender chest can only be accessed by the player. Talk about multiplayer aspects probably doesn't work. Like, another person cannot access an ender chest, like that kind of thing. It just makes no sense. Would you look at that? I'm low on health. I need pork. I need pork real fast. So I like the copper golem to be added, but if you're just gonna have only reorganizing your chest, that would be good for survival players. But how will it be useful? Like, instead of just summoning one, can you find it in the game? Like, if you don't know how to make it, if you don't know how to construct it, can you find it in the game? Like, can it spawn in some structure? And I think there was an opportunity. Like, if that copper golem was added, then the trial chambers, the trial chambers would have been useful, right? The trial chambers is a structure that's made of copper, mostly copper blocks, chiseled copper bulbs, you know, copper doors, copper trap doors. If any of those blocks have some functionality, the copper golem would use that as an advantage. So as of right now, it's not released to Java yet. It's just in a snapshot in Bedrock. Speaking of Bedrock, I'm planning to buy Bedrock Edition coming next month. So there'll be some new Minecraft videos on the Bedrock. It'll be good. If you want me to try out the vibrant visuals in that game and show you that video, make sure you subscribe for more content like this. But anyways, the copper golem. I just looked at the video and I did a reaction video. But before I continue, I apologize that I forgot to reduce the volume of the video. Oh my goodness. For every reaction video that I do, I always have the feeling that, okay, if I do this, right, will they be able to hear me talking when I pause or just talk in between? So I apologize that I didn't reduce the volume so you guys could hear me squealing for joy, but also me talking too. So that's a mistake on my part. But I was really excited that I just completely forgot to reduce the volume. However, I did pause for Mojang. Please add her, Brian. Anyways, the video that I was watching. The end of the video, it had these sounds. Those little squeaky sounds. I was thinking to myself, okay, the LA won the mob vote, right? There's some mobs that have won the mob vote. Are they secretly adding other rejected, failed mob votes into the game, but with some different functionality? Like, the copper golem, which was originally made to push buttons, can now reorganize chests. If the glare was added, the glare original idea for the glare was to... God, I thought it was a... Oh, hi! Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Oh, by the way, I looked up on the wiki. It says that in this update, they removed the sounds of the spider. Kinda creepy, but at least you can hear him. Yes. But the glare functionality, if its original functionality was to show you areas which are dark or areas which are light, what do you think the glare would have a functionality if the glare was going to be added in this particular update? Prior, like if the copper golems are added, if the glare was added, what do you think the new functionality of that mob will be? Would it lead you to find diamonds? would it lead you to find exotic new ores? Like new updated or new added ores to the game? And I'm pretty sure we're not getting an end update until those game drops are released. So, for the time being, we have nothing to say about that. But I have some thoughts that the glare could lead us to find a new structure in the mine shafts. Because if the glare can show you dark areas, that was the original idea. If the glare can show you dark areas, that was the original idea. If it had a new functionality, I think the glare could lead you to find new ores that probably does not exist by mining. It only exists by when you find with the help from the glare. And so when they did say that the LA was going to be failing, there was a mob that I created, and then I think I posted it on the Reddit page. Maybe not on our Reddit. May have put it somewhere else, or I think I put it on Discord. I think. But like, I had the idea of a mob that could be added into the game, which had the same functionality of organizing chests, but it's not organizing chests. It is smelting some stuff. So let's say, so this is like a totally new concept. If I were to go down mining, right? I have a lot of coal, I have a cobblestone, but I don't have a wood piece. The only way to find wood is to go to a mine shaft to collect wood from there. But if you don't have wood, right? You're in a dark area, you don't see any trees, any single tree underground. What do? You, obviously, if you don't have wood, you can't make a crafting table. If you can't make a crafting table, then that means you can't make a furnace. What do? How do you smelt your 60 pieces of iron or 60 pieces of copper with you? How will you be able to smelt those? And so, I thought of a mob that had the body of a furnace, but has like a sort of a body proportion compared to the copper golem, but like, you know, size of this. Just imagine Wall-E, but instead of collecting trash, it can smelt stuff. So it actually acts like a furnace. And then when you like smelt stuff using the furnace as his body, he's also active too. So he's not just a furnace, he's also, you know, like a normal furnace minecart. You know, when you put coal in a furnace minecart, that furnace minecart is activated, right? And it just goes. It's just active. So I was wondering if that mob could be added. I even came up with a custom name for it. It's called an eaglet, I think. I may have forgotten. And then I was thinking, if the eaglet could be added, what are these blocks that could be added too? Like the eaglet block, is it gonna be like a whole new variant of tough, like similar to tough bricks, but like a very interesting way? And then like a new block called pencil. Look, there's like a lot of things that I came up with the idea. But unfortunately, the LA won the mob vote. So that's that. That concept is now out of the trash. But hey, if Mojang adds that mob, or if Mojang hires me, I still have the concept art of that mob with me. I'm just waiting for Mojang to just see the concept art. Don't! My God. I was about to say stop exploding that. Oh well. We'll probably need to replace that too. Hey, the good thing is they didn't explode the door. He only exploded this area. Oh man, but he broke the wood. He even broke my chest plate. Look at that. He broke my chest plate. How awesome is that? Anyways, if Mojang hires me, I still have the concept art of that mob. So that's a good thing for them and me. And hey, I might be able to earn some money, which I can finally use to at least make up for getting the game. Or I think they might give the game when you work in Mojang, I think. Or you probably need to get yourself a copy, but it's like an only Mojang thing. Whatever it is, long story short as possible, if Mojang hires me, I still have that mob concept with me. Maybe they'll add that into the game. Maybe they'll add the Iglet in the game. Speaking of the Iglet, I was thinking, should I make an Iglet right now? Like a little model? So that you guys will actually know what it looks like? I could put him right here. Like just standing next to the tree. I could do that. Yeah. I can do that. First thing to do is just grab some cobblestone. That would be easy to do. Just grab some cobblestone. Over here. That'll be enough. Go up here to a crafting table. Close that door. Go there. Cobblestone. Furnace. You got some sticks there, yep. Stick. 2 levers. And maybe a fence. We'll just see. Right. So, body as a furnace. It's got little legs right here. For the time being, it doesn't have any legs. So I'll just make it face this way. Boom. He's got... Oh, crap. I can't believe it's on these things. Oh my god. Are you for real? I can't put... Whatever. Okay. For the time being, the stone is a furnace. Once they make me place levers on furnaces, then I will be able to use it. For now, the stone is a furnace. Okay? We put levers as his little arms. His arms is down. And he's got... I can just use... Yeah. He's got a little face. But like, smaller. So, this mob. I think I may have made a scarecrow. Not gonna lie, this is my this is my first time making a scarecrow. Yeah, I made a scarecrow, guys. That's a pat on the back. Yeah, so that's the Iglet. So, right, I'm gonna see if the farm's growing. If the farm's growing, we'll harvest the wheat. Never mind about the wheat. We got these things growing. Now, why are the seeds gone? What in the world? I put the seeds here and it's now gone. Does it work with some blocks in the game? Like, does it depend on light level? Probably depends on light level, right? Or he's here.